Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today I am here for day 10 of my Advent project, so I am just going to get started. So again, we are starting with section 10, and let me zoom in a little bit here so that you all can see what I'm doing. Let me get this a little bit more centered. I got to move things around on my desk. Okay, I think that's good. So it has been a day, you guys. Goodness. Oh, let me start my timer here. I actually remembered it today, so let me start my timer. Let's see, what do I want to start? It looks like another flower, so I'm just going to start with the yellows. It's been a day. My husband stayed home because he was not feeling well. So you know how it is when they get that dreaded man flu. So he's been achy and not feeling good. But he was puttering around the house today and doing some odds and ends kind of chores. And I was making a bunch of stickers today as well. So while we had the cutting machine going, he ended up making me some more vinyl decals. I have he had holographic vinyl paper that he makes diamond decals out of, and I send them out in my random acts of kindness if I have them available. I haven't had them for a while because he hasn't had a chance to make them for a while. We were out of the holographic paper and he just picked up some more, so he made some more for me today. But I just make regular stickers. I don't really do stuff with the vinyl. That's kind of his area of expertise, and I was working on printing out a bunch of stickers. I went to the post office today and mailed out another batch of random acts of kindness, so I am caught up. I still have some more to mail out, but I am caught up through about halfway through November or October, I think. So I mailed those out. So if you haven't signed up for one, if you check the link in the description below, and check out the description, there is always a link in the description on my videos for my random acts of kindness. And I send out, just various diamond painting or diamond painting adjacent things. This time I sent out some tips and some washi tape and stickers and a couple of trays and, just some goodies that I kind of had laying around that I won't use. So I gift them on to other people because there's no sense in them laying around in my drawer if I'm not going to use them, when I can send them on to someone else and someone else can get some use out of them. So at least that's my philosophy anyway. So I have sent things out. I went out yesterday again, still debating with myself whether or not I want to buy one of Diamond Art Club's mystery kits. If I get one, it would be the holiday one, but then I saw that they announced that they're going to be doing Tom and Jerry, and they're killing me because I was trying really hard not to buy any more diamond paintings before the end of the year. And I love Tom and Jerry. I watched them all the time as a kid. They were one of my favorite cartoons. And I noticed the post that I said, I didn't particularly like the image that I saw, but they said they were going to have a collection. So I'm assuming that means they're going to have more than one release this weekend. So I don't know. I told my husband, ugh, because once again, I'm getting sucked back in, and I was trying really hard not to buy anything else until the end of the year, at least until I get a couple of bigger projects finished. He just laughs at me and says, buy what you want. He doesn't care. So, which, while nice and amazing, is also not helpful when I'm trying to curtail my impulses. So, we'll see what happens. We were talking about lots of things today. I, bought a new computer and upgraded to my Mac, and still having issues with learning how to do things. And then my printer was acting up today. I have an Epson printer, and I am so sick of all the issues with that thing that I'm about ready to chuck it out the window. So we were discussing whether we were going to buy a new one or just wait, because we were talking about it today, and we would like to be ready to move up to Canada by next summer. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's kind of where we're at. And so, we've been having these conversations for the last year and a half practically about, what do we take with us? What do we leave behind? What do we replace when we get up there, etc.? Because, when my husband moved here, I already lived here and he moved down here. So I already had a house with my kids and everything. And so, we had everything that you need to set up a household. I had furniture, I had kitchen stuff, I had electronics, that kind of thing. I mean, he pretty much moved down here with a game console and his clothes. And, over the course of us being married, we've kind of built all that back up again. And, while we could take everything with us, some of the stuff I'm just afraid would not survive the transit. Even if we put it on a truck, I mean, when you're talking about, like when you buy a new refrigerator or whatever, it's packaged in the factory and it's got styrofoam shoved everywhere so nothing rattles around and blah, blah, blah. Same with your electronics. Ours would not be like that because they've all been opened and in use. And so for a lot of things, it just seems to make more sense to just kind of leave everything here and buy new when we get up there. But that's expensive. I mean, then essentially we're buying things for a brand new house and filling it with all brand new things. And again, while that would be nice, I don't know that I want to spend that much money. So we've been having conversations about, what do we want to take? What do we want to leave behind? And don't know that we've come to a real consensus about it yet. But so then it was like, well, my printer, it was smearing when it printed and it was just being obnoxious. And I finally got it to, somewhat fixed, and it wasn't doing it anymore. It's like, do I just put up with this for another, 6 to 8 months, knowing that at the end of that time, I'll get a new whatever. So same thing with my washing machine. We have our own washer and dryer, and I had a front loading washer at one point, and I got to the point where I couldn't stand it. That thing smelled all the time. It didn't matter if I cleaned it, bleached it, ran the little cleaning cycles. I could do it every other load, and it still stank. So I finally just said, we're getting rid of this. I'm tired of this. Our clothes stink. It stinks. The house stinks. And went back to a top loading washer. And it's been great as far as the smell goes. However, we got one of those washing machines that doesn't have the agitator in the middle of it. It doesn't have, the post that kind of sticks up through the middle. And I swear, if you look at that machine crooked, the load unbalances itself, and then it tries to walk all over my laundry room. And one time it got violent enough, it slammed into the wall and dented the wall and actually knocked a figurine off of the shelf on the other side of the wall and shattered it on the floor. And it just seems real hit or miss. I mean, I try to be careful about how I load the clothes in there so that it doesn't do that, but it's annoying to me that I even have to do that. So, we've been talking about, do we get a new washing machine? Do we just live with it until we're ready to go? And I mean, lots of people don't even have their own washing machine. I get that, but just, first world problems today, I guess. So, yeah, that is what it is today. First world problems. My washing machine is annoying. My printer doesn't work the right way. Diamond Art Club is tempting with me with too many new kits. Man, I'm spoiled, aren't I? So, and then I also today was trying to do some kind of admin stuff for the channel. I have recently signed up for the Buy Me a Coffee website. And if you donated to me on there, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. The donations I received on there were used to send out those random acts of kindness that I sent out today. However, like less than, I think it was just a couple of days after signing up for it, I get a notice that they're no longer going to be using PayPal, which is how I had it set up. So they had a couple of other options on there, neither of which, one I've never even heard of before, and the other one, I don't want to sign up with it. I don't want to sign up with either one of them. I wanted PayPal for a reason. So, and, I didn't know if it was going to be something that was permanent or if they were going to work something out with PayPal. Apparently it's permanent because I got a notice yesterday or the day before that because I didn't remove PayPal, they removed the PayPal for me and signed me up for this other one. So, I mean, they didn't sign me up. They basically put it so that, if I want to get any other donations out, I've got to use this other system. So I have gotten rid of that account because I don't want to have to sign up for either one of them. And I have moved over to Ko-fi, which is basically just another buy me a coffee. It's another kind of like Patreon type platform where, I can post things, I can post messages and pictures and, whatever to the public or just to people who have supported me on that platform. It's the same thing as Buy Me a Coffee. It's just got a different name, but they will let me use PayPal. So if you check out the link in the description, my video descriptions will always have a link to my PayPal if you want to just donate directly to PayPal, or to the Ko-fi page that I have set up for myself. Any and everything that I get donated will be going back into, making content for the channel. So whether that's, random acts of kindness or things to show on the channel or, things for giveaways or whatever, that's where it all goes. So, so there was it always takes time to get set up for something like that. You think it's going to go fast, but it never does. And of course, every time I get on a new platform like that, I have to spend time kind of learning the platform and how it works and where everything is and how do I add this. And I mean, they try to make it as easy as possible. I will give that to them, but it still takes some time. I just need to sit down and do some kind of deep diving into how to use platforms. I'm probably not using Instagram as much as I could be either. And I've been trying to be more active on my Facebook page, but I'm probably not as good at that as I should be either. So I just don't spend a lot of time on social media, and so I don't know all the ins and outs because I'm not on there a lot. So but we'll see. We'll see how things go. I want to sign myself up for some Skillshare classes and take some classes on some drawings and things that I want to learn how to do, and probably need to sit down and make a plan for, what things like that I want to do. Like I've made myself a plan for my diamond painting because, I feel like I don't ever have enough time in the day to get everything finished, but I think it's just, I get sidetracked too easily. If I had a to-do list, I think I would stay on track better. So we'll see how that goes. I need to spend some time getting my planner set up for next year too. I just got today, I ordered a front and back cover for next year's diamond painting log. I made my own pages for it. Well, I've got them all designed and set up. Essentially, they're pretty much the same as what I've been using this year, but I'm going to be printing it on heavier paper. And I bought some heavier paper so I can just print it myself. And I've got a disc punch for the disc bound planner system that I use, so I can punch the pages myself, but I went ahead and bought a cover for it, and I got that today, so I'm excited to kind of sit down now and work on that and get that going. So that's exciting. And I've made some of my own covers for it before, but this one I saw when I was just kind of browsing around on Etsy, and I really liked it, so got that. And yeah, just a busy day. Busy day. How do the British people say it? Faffing around with technology because my printer was giving me fits. The software that I use with my cutting machine was giving me fits. My cutting machine miscut things several times, so I ended up throwing a couple pages of stickers away because it didn't cut them properly. And yeah, it was just one of those days. And when I got up this morning, I was like, I'm going to get all these things accomplished, and then I'm going to diamond paint. And right now, sitting here doing this is the first time I've diamond painted today, which is kind of sad. So I am glad that I've been off work for the last day or so because I have had a sore throat, and I thought it would go away, but it hasn't yet. And I'm hoping that my husband's man flu is not catching. I don't think it is, but I usually don't catch it if he gets sick, but you never know. So, and it's been very loud outside my house today. I don't know why. I didn't see anybody building anything. There's some people several blocks up the street who are getting new roofs put on, but That's far enough away. It's not overly loud. Sounded like there's people digging, but I don't know what they'd be digging for. So, and Craftably is still showing all their darn previews. And while I'm appreciative that, you know, they're keeping people interested by showing kits that they at some point in the future will have, I wish they had some sort of a time frame for when they were going to get them, because, you know, am I looking at kits I'm not going to see for 6 months? Am I looking at kits I'm not going to see for a year? Am I looking at kits that they might have next month? It would be nice to know, just so I could budget, because like I said, I have set myself a budget for next year and I am going to try and stick to it, but you know, if I knew when things were going to be coming out, I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like new stuff isn't going to be coming out next year anyway, and I won't know when all of that's coming out either. So many diamond paintings, so little time. It is exciting to think about the fact that we might be gone by next summer, though, or at least heading that direction next summer. That would be awesome if it was true. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the M's just to kind of fill all that in. And then I'll save all the blues for last, since this dark color can get kind of boring. I like how this is turning out so far, though, and I like all the colors. That was one of the reasons that I picked this to do, because I thought, you know, just the sheer number of colors would kind of keep people guessing. So I'm ready to start opening some other diamond paintings, though. Isn't that the way it goes? I'm not even halfway done with this one, and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to move on. Not that I don't want to finish this one, but I'm going to finish my paint with diamond one, and then I'm going to, I think, work on a TSA one, and then I'm going to work on a Dreamer Designs one, and then after that, I think I'm going to work on a Diamond Art Club one. I think I have enough testing done with my tips that I was testing that I'm ready to kind of do my review of them and get that posted. I still have more testing to do with the rulers that I want to do, though. So, whoops, missed picking up a diamond that time. I think when I open either the TSA or the Dreamer Designs, I'm going to start with a pin that has a fresh glue dot in it, and I'm going to redo my time and see how long the glue dot lasts. Because, like I said, the glue dot in this pen has been in this pen for literally months. I know I've worked on multiple kits with it, so I guess I can see if it makes it all the way to the end of this kit and then see. But I don't know how long it's been used previous to that. I'm really bad about switching out my pens, because I find, like, on a day that I'm doing a lot of diamond painting, if my hand starts to get fatigued, or, you know, my arm starts to hurt, if my carpal tunnel's acting up or whatever, I will switch out my pen. And just like if I was using this pen, I would switch it out for a fatter one and use that one for a while. And just kind of changing up the size of my pen forces me to change up my grip, which helps with the hand fatigue. So I tend to have more than one pin kind of laying around when I'm working on a kit. So, okay, did that get all of those in there? It did. Okay, so now I just have the blues to do. Whoops. Okay, so let me do the stars. Stars, Y, and J's, and then I'm done. I do like these blue colors, though. I think they're very pretty. I like how they look, the different shades of blue. Oh, goodness. I'm ready for a nap, y'all. I actually slept pretty good. My husband and I bought new pillows. I sleep on my side most of the time, and so does he. And so he's notorious for he's always too hot. I'm always too cold. So we figure, you know, that works for us. But anyway, we both sleep on our sides. And so we were, you know, talking about different pillows, and we had seen this pillow that it's a square pillow. I mean, it's essentially, it is a cube specifically made for people who sleep on their sides because, you know, your head is heavy. And if you sleep on your side, you know, you end up with kind of a crick in your neck because of, you know, the pillow gets smashed down by the weight of your head. And I'm constantly bunching up my pillow to fit in that crease between, you know, my neck. So we thought we would go ahead and get these and try them. And I'm actually amazed. This has been the first time in a long while that I've actually slept pretty much through the night without waking up, the last couple of nights of using it. So it's not that comfortable to kind of lounge on. I read a lot right before I go to bed. So it's not that comfortable for that. I usually use just my regular pillows for kind of lounging while I'm reading until I'm ready to actually turn off the light and go to sleep. And then I will switch it out for the cube pillow to actually sleep on. And yeah, I think I'm tired because I'm not feeling that great. You know, I said my throat was scratchy, but the last couple of nights I have gotten some decent sleep, which I would not say was true before. So yeah. And they're memory foam ones, so they're super comfortable. He got one that has a cooling gel layer on it so that supposedly it's going to keep him cooler as he sleeps. I haven't asked him if that's actually working, if it's true, but I know he's sleeping better with it because he fell asleep before me last night, and it usually takes him a little bit to fall asleep, and he was within minutes sleep and snoring. So he's a very light sleeper, so it takes him a while sometimes to kind of get, that's how I know he's asleep because he's snoring. He's one of those people that I've never been able to surprise him, or at least if I surprise him, he doesn't jump or anything, which he says is because of what he does for a living. You know, you can't jump even if you get surprised because that would be bad when you're holding live wires. But, you know, you don't ever have to shake him awake or anything. You just say his name. And he's one of those annoying morning people. He is always happy and whistling first thing in the morning. I am not a morning person. I mean, I get up early. It's not that I like to sleep in late or anything. It's just I am not very sociable until I've been up for an hour or so. So it's kind of interesting. My kids are the same way, so he's the only kind of happy person first thing in the morning in our house. So that's kind of funny sometimes. Okay, you can just go in the trash because you're being annoying. It's stuck in there, it won't get out. And it had a piece of big tab on it anyway. Okay, so that is the end of section 10. How did I do on time? Oh, about the same as usual, so I guess that's good. Whoops. So it does look like another flower there. I'm going to zoom you guys out so you can kind of see. Hopefully that's far enough. Can you see the whole thing? I think you can see the whole thing. Oh no, that's not the top row, is it? There we go. Now you can see the whole thing. Okay, so there's today's section finished. That was day 10. Day 11, we're going to jump over to this side of the canvas and do this side over here. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's Advent section. If you like this video, before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching.